leukemia, I just want to say I'm a construction fanatic, an ESPN enthusiast who never finished college. So if you guys ever decide to go on the oil and gas side, that's where I'm at. Come talk to me, I'm in sales. I had to shamelessly plug myself real quick. Anyway, so as Peggy said, I am Erin Combs, and I am also a huge fan of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, specifically Peggy Stevens, Tiffany Robinson, and Brianna Shalacombe. I'm truly, truly grateful for your attendance and support of a cause that is near and dear to my heart. I've been surrounded by cancer my entire life. My paternal grandmother lost her battle. My paternal grandfather followed. My stepdad would join him. Next was my aunt. And my dad would become my next guardian angel just 4 months after my 2.5-year-old son, Crew, was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia in July 2015. All the cancer parents say this, but as cliche as it sounds, nothing can prepare you for that moment. After our son was diagnosed with just a simple ear infection, a diagnosis that I challenged by demanding blood work, our moment sounded like this. I know you're not going to like what I have to say, but there is a 95% chance your son has leukemia. With a hemoglobin of 1.8, a white blood cell count of 108,000, enlarged spleen, enlarged liver, and 80% leukemic cells in Crew's peripheral blood, there wasn't much time to think about our situation. It was time to react. We were told we were lucky our child was still breathing. In a few short hours, we found ourselves in the pediatric intensive care unit at Texas Children's Hospital. My husband, my son, and I were all curled up in a cot in pediatric intensive care. Machines, nurses, doctors, bags of blood, the sense of urgency alone was terrifying. And I think in the back of my mind, I was gonna lose Crew that evening. However, after a long night of multiple blood transfusions and intermittent sleep, our little boy woke up that morning back into action, smiling, dancing with an IV in each arm. There was no way we were gonna lose him. God makes no mistakes, and at that point, we united in faith and strength as a family to kick leukemia in the face. Later in the week, Crew was diagnosed with very high-risk pre-B-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Given his age and diagnosis, we were told that Crew's likelihood of remission was extremely high. The chemotherapy began very quickly, and so did Crew's response. After just 8 short days of treatment, the leukemia cells in his peripheral blood had completely diminished, but his battle wouldn't stop there. His treatment plan would continue for the next 3.5 years. Still moving on adrenaline and caffeine, we didn't have much of an idea what that would be like for us. Those years were filled with an infinite number of commutes to the hospital, infusions, lumbar punctures, dressing changes, hospital stays, an endless amount of medications. Another endless amount of medications for reactions from those medications, pokes, pricks, numbing cream, hair loss, surgical procedures, watching his first port erode through his chest, vomit, blood. But by far the worst part was watching our child be the one to endure this nightmare. The agonizing cries, the pleas for not letting them poke him, holding him down for procedures. Seeing the neuropathy in his feet from some of the chemo, feeling absolutely helpless as he's hooked up to machines. Just the tears he shed alone as a parent, we would have done anything to have traded places with our son. However, I don't think his dad or I could have battled the beast with the amount of courage and strength our little miracle would show the world. Many people still ask me how I stayed so strong, how I continue to keep such an upbeat attitude. Make no mistake, this thing doesn't have a thing to do with me. Our journey was led by God and a powerful ray of light, better known as Crew Major Combs, who was a force with his positive approach to all of his adversities. He somehow made that painful experience look fun. We watched a 2.5-year-old boy quickly become a 5.5-year-old man who would go on to ring the bell Veterans Day 2018. This was the day. This was the day Crew's 1,228-day battle with leukemia would come to an end, and I'm here to tell you, we do not take that journey for granted, and we're not leaving any warrior behind in the trenches alone. It's why I'm here tonight, and it's frankly why I haven't shut up about any cancer since July 3rd, 2015. God gave me this annoying voice and tenacious spirit to stay in the fight. Every day, more people are diagnosed. Some will win the battle and others will not be so fortunate. As a parent, I always encourage the innocent bystanders to be prepared. I've learned the cancer world is just too small. Friends, coworkers, family, at some point we'll all sadly have this diagnosis in common again. I'm often asked, what can we do to support those who we love in this situation now? Yes, meal trains, hugs, they're amazing, and I don't want to discredit the impact. In hindsight, I can tell you what I would have wanted now to support me. It's this right here. Supporting an organization that supports our families waking up with this unfathomable diagnosis. Patient fund, parent support, medical research, raising money to do all of these incredible things to support some really incredible people. We may not have had such a favorable outcome if it weren't for our team of doctors at Texas Children's and the amount of research they've been armed with throughout the years. Research takes money. Hospitals take money. Let's face it, disease takes money. If it weren't for great companies like DFS and great organizations like the LLS, I may not be here today, declaring my 10-year-old son's 54-month victory with no evidence of disease. The LLS is an organization I personally support both financially and emotionally. Light the Night was the very first event that I participated in after my son's diagnosis. The same ladies I connected with from the event are still my friends today. I am grateful for the love they've shown my son and my family in its entirety. Post-treatment comes with a different set of worries and challenges, but they've never left my side. The new initiative LLS has taken with pediatric cancer is just another way this organization has shown their support for the blood cancer community. The Cones family isn't giving up for a cure, and I know that the LLS is united in our fight. So thank you for your part to kick leukemia and all blood cancer in the face.